Okay, so I have a zone in my sprinklers that's not shutting off. I've replaced the solenoid and that did not fix it, so now I'm going to clean out the valve. I'm going to show you how to do this. I actually grabbed a dog brush to clean this off just so that you can see your screws and what you need to undo here. Now this is not hard, ladies, independent women and single ladies, we got this. So you can see I still have water here even after changing the solenoid. So I'm going to undo these screws so that I can open up my valve. Inside there's a membrane and a tick, and we don't want any debris in there or anything that will cause our, oh, these are a little stiff. Keep in mind my sprinkling system is pretty old. And I have 18 zones in my sprinkling system. So you also have to figure out which zone is not shutting off, and then you have to figure out which valve that is. So the easiest way is you can hear the water going through it when that zone's turned on. So if everything's turned off and you've got your zone on that's still running and won't shut off, I have a couple different boxes in my yard, but you can hear the water, and then when you touch on it you can actually feel the water going through that one. And so that's how I figured out which valve I need to clean out, because it's the one that's never shutting off and it takes the water pressure from all of your other zones when they're running. So I'm going to pause this video while I undo all these so you don't have to watch me undo all of these screws. Just to clarify, this right here is a solenoid. The wires are coming out of it. This down here where the screws are, that's your valve. So if you're buying replacement parts in the store, you don't have to buy this whole thing. You can just replace different parts of this. You can just replace the solenoid and just clean out the valve. Okay, and I'll have a different video on wiring this because it looks scary and complicated, and it's not. You guys can totally do it. But let's open this up and see what's, ooh. Okay, so I am going to, you can see underneath here, I want to take this, make sure that won't come out. So what we're going to do is I'm going to clean all of this out, because if you've got any dirt or debris in there, it's going to clog things up and it's not going to work properly. Okay, so when this comes off, the diaphragm is supposed to be in here with the spring and the tick. Mine is obviously stuck up in here. So when I've done this before, it stayed inside when I took the top off. So this I'm just going to try to so you can see all that junk inside of there. That's a mess. So no wonder it's staying, it's not functioning right. It's sticking open. So I'm gonna just run this in my house into my sink, and I'm gonna rinse this off, clean this out, and then I will be right back and we'll put this back together. Okay, so I just cleaned this off in the house in the sink, and we're going to put it back together. Now, a lot of these will come with gaskets or O-rings, so you want to make sure if yours has one of those that it lines up perfectly in here, and so everything's sealed. Otherwise, you're still going to have problems. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that this is lined up. Fits good. And then make sure you can see in here that that spring's got to go right up in here. Okay, I am going to just put all these little screws back in. Where did my little screws go? There they are. Like that backfired. When you put these back in, you don't want to screw them around like in a circle. You kind of want to do one on one side, one on the other side, just so you can spread that tension out while you're putting it back together. Okay, and then we're gonna go, I'm gonna go turn my sprinklers back on and hope that my zone 2 shuts off now when it's supposed to, because the diaphragm is all cleaned out. And then I'll have another video on the solenoid so that if you do need to change your solenoid, you can see how to do that. The wiring looks intimidating, but it is not, ladies. You can do this. Whoops. Okay. I think we're ready. So I'll go test it out. Good luck. If you have any questions, comment, like, subscribe. I've got videos for single and independent ladies to make things easier, and you can do it yourself. See ya.